What if I told you that with just one titration experiment, you can determine the concentration of hydrochloric acid, calculate the concentration of sodium hydroxide, and solve multiple A-level chemistry practical examination questions? Many students lose marks in back titration because they don't understand the chemistry behind the calculations. In this video lesson, I will show you exactly how examiner expects you to tackle the practicals step by step to score maximum marks. So stay till the end because we will calculate the concentration of sodium hydroxide from real experimental data. And I'm going to review the tricks behind back titration calculations. The first table shows the titration between hydrochloric acid and sodium carbonate. So we have hydrochloric acid plus sodium carbonate. Okay, while the second table shows the reaction between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. Okay, from our titration between hydrochloric acid and sodium carbonate, we have the first titer, second titer, and the third titer. From the first titer, the volume of acid used is 10.00. In the second titer, we have the 9.90, and the third titer 10.10 cm3. Since we know the volume of acid used in the first titration, second titration, and the third titration in cm3, then we can determine the average volume of acid used in each case. In order to get the average volume of acid used, we have average volume of acid used. We have, note that we are expected to pick the concordant value. We have two concordant values right here. A value is said to be concordant when we have 0.1 difference between two or more values. So the two concordant values from our results right here are 10.00 and 9.90. So we have 10.00 plus 9.90 divided by 2. Okay, in order to determine the average, so we have 19.90 divided by 2. This will give us 9.95 cm3. Make sense? So we've been able to get the average volume of acid used when hydrochloric acid was titrated against sodium carbonate. Now, can we determine the average volume of acid used when hydrochloric acid was titrated against sodium hydroxide? Can we identify the concordant values right here? So 29.90 is concordant with 29.90 here, while the 30.10 has beyond 0.1 difference. Okay, so we pick these two values as our concordant values. So we have the average volume of acid used, so we have 29.90 plus 29.90 divided by 2. So what do we have here? 29.90 plus 29.90, we have 59.80 divided by 2. Okay, so what do we have divided by 2? We have 29.90 cm3. So the average volume of acid used is measured in cm3. Now, can we write the balanced chemical equation for the two titration right here? We have the first one, hydrochloric acid with sodium carbonate. We have the reaction between HCl plus sodium carbonate. This results in the formation of sodium chloride plus H2O, and carbon dioxide is evolved. Okay, so can we balance this chemical equation? We have the atom of hydrogen here is 1. We have 2 atoms of hydrogen, so I will add a coefficient of 2 to hydrochloric acid. Then the atom of sodium right here is 2, and we have 1 atom of sodium here, so I will add 2 to the coefficient of sodium chloride. So we have a balanced chemical equation here. Then I will move to the second titration reaction. We have hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide. So when we have the reaction of hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide, it results in the formation of sodium chloride and water. Okay, so can we check if the equation is balanced? We have one atom of hydrogen here and two atoms of hydrogen here, but there is one other atom of hydrogen making two. So we have two atoms of hydrogen on the reactant side, then two atoms of hydrogen on the product side. One atom of sodium, one atom of sodium. One atom of chlorine, we have one atom of chlorine on the other side. So we have a balanced chemical equation for the reaction of hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide. Can we identify the mole ratio of the reactants? The mole ratio right here is ratio 2:1, okay? While the mole ratio of our reactants in the second titration is ratio 1:1. Okay. So in the first titration, 2 moles of hydrochloric acid reacted with 1 mole of sodium carbonate, while in the second titration we have 1 mole of hydrochloric acid reacting with 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. Make sense? Now can we attempt the question together? You are provided with the following. Solution A, that's hydrochloric acid solution. Solution B, we have 1.06 gram of sodium carbonate in 500 cm³ solution. Then we have solution C, solution of sodium hydroxide. So the first thing you're expected to do in any titrometric analysis is to identify the solution of known concentration, which is what? Your standard solution. So the solution of known concentration in this titration is the sodium carbonate. It is of what? Known concentration. Okay. So the first question, we have to determine the mass concentration of solution B, which is the mass concentration of sodium carbonate. Then we are expected to use this formula: concentration in gram per dm³ equals mass over volume. We are expected to convert volume to dm³, okay? So we have, what is the mass of sodium carbonate? 1.06 divided by the volume of sodium carbonate solution is 500 cm³. So we are expected to convert this to dm³ by dividing by what? 1000. That's right. So when we divide this by 1000, we have 0.5 dm³. Okay? So over 0.5, this will give, when you press your calculator, we have 1.06 divided by 0.5. So this will give 2.12 gram over dm³. That will be what? Gram per dm³. So this is the mass concentration of sodium carbonate. Moving on, we have to determine the molar concentration of sodium carbonate. We can use this formula: concentration in mole per dm³, okay, equals concentration in gram per dm³ divided by molar mass. So we know the concentration in gram per dm³ of sodium carbonate as what? 2.12. But what is the molar mass of sodium carbonate? We are expected to determine the molar mass of sodium carbonate. So we have sodium 23 times 2. The atomic mass of sodium is 23, plus carbon 12 times 1. The atomic mass of carbon is 12, plus oxygen 16 times 3. So by the time we add this up, it will give 106 gram per mole. So the unit for the molar mass is gram per mole. So can we input that into our expression right here? We have mass concentration of sodium carbonate 2.12 divided by the molar mass 106. So this will result in what? 2.12 divided by 106. This will give 0.02 mole per dm³, okay, of sodium carbonate. So we've been able to determine the mass concentration of sodium carbonate as well as the molar concentration of sodium carbonate. Make sense? We have to calculate the number of mole of HCl which reacted with sodium carbonate. Remember, we know the concentration of sodium carbonate, which is what? 0.02 mole per dm³. Then we can find the number of mole of sodium carbonate. Now, in order to determine the number of mole of sodium carbonate, we can use the expression N equals concentration times volume over 1000. Since the concentration is known, we have concentration of sodium carbonate 0.02 times what is the volume of sodium carbonate pipetted? we have 25 cm cube of sodium carbonate. So we have 25 divided by 1000 right here. So when you press the calculator, what do we have? 0.02 times 25 divided by 1000. So this will result in 5 times 10 raised to the power minus 4 mole of what? Sodium carbonate. Okay, that is the actual number of mole of sodium carbonate that reacted with hydrochloric acid. So from our reaction right here, we have ratio 2:1. 2 moles of hydrochloric acid reacted with 1 mole of sodium carbonate. So can we use the mole ratio? So we have 2 moles of HCl reacted with 1 mole of sodium carbonate. So X mole of hydrochloric acid reacts with this 5 times 10 raised to the power minus 4 mole of what? Sodium carbonate. So by the time you cross multiply, so we have the number of mole of the hydrochloric acid will be, we have 2 times this, 2 times 5 times 10 raised to the power minus 4 divided by 1. When we multiply this by 2, what do we have? That's right, we have 1 times 10 raised to the power minus 3 mole of what? HCl. So this is the amount in mole of hydrochloric acid that reacted with sodium carbonate in the first titration. Can we determine the molar concentration of hydrochloric acid? So we have concentration equals number of mole over volume times what? 1000. Okay, from this expression right here, when you see the subject of formula, this is what we are going to have. Okay, so what is the number of mole of hydrochloric acid? That's right, we have 1 times 10 raised to the power minus 3 times 1000 divided by what is the volume of hydrochloric acid. From the titrometric analysis, we have the volume of acid used, that is the average volume of acid used is 9.95. So we have 9.95 right here. So 1 times 10 raised to the power minus 3 times 1000 divided by 9.95. So this results in 0.10 mole per dm cube of what? Hydrochloric acid. So this is the actual concentration of the hydrochloric acid prepared for this titrometric analysis. So we are moving to the second titrometric analysis, which is what? The titration of hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide. What is the volume of acid used? The average volume of acid used is 29.90. Okay, so we can determine the number of mole of HCl that reacted with sodium hydroxide. So what we need to do is N equals CV, that is concentration times volume divided by 1000. Okay, so since we have to find the number of mole, the concentration of hydrochloric acid is 0.10. So we have 0.10 times what is the average volume of acid used in the neutralization of sodium hydroxide? That's right, we have 29.90. So we have 29.90 divided by 1000. Okay, when you press the calculator, we have 0.10 times 29.90 divided by 1000. So this results in 2.99 times 10 raised to the power minus 3 mole of HCl. Okay, so this is the amount in mole of HCl that reacted with sodium hydroxide. Makes sense? We have to determine the molar concentration of sodium hydroxide. So we are expected to use this formula to determine the molar concentration of sodium hydroxide. So we have concentration equals number of mole times 1000 divided by volume. But do we know the number of mole of sodium hydroxide? No. In order to get the number of mole of sodium hydroxide, we need to consider this chemical equation right here. Okay, so we have hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide resulting into what? Sodium chloride and water. From the equation between hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide, we can observe that the ratio of acid to base is 1:1. 1 mole of acid reacted with 1 mole of the base, so it is ratio 1:1. That implies that the number of mole of hydrochloric acid is equal to the number of mole of sodium hydroxide for this reaction, since it is ratio 1:1. So what is the number of mole of hydrochloric acid? We have 2.99 times 10 raised to power minus 3. So we have 2.99 times 10 raised to power minus 3 mole of sodium hydroxide. So since it is ratio 1:1, they will have equal number of mole. Make sense? Since the number of mole of sodium hydroxide is known, we can determine the concentration of sodium hydroxide. So we use this formula. Concentration equals the number of mole, which is 2.99 times 10 raised to power minus 3 times 1000, divided by what is the volume of sodium hydroxide used in this titration. We have 25 cm³ of sodium hydroxide, so divided by 25. Okay, so this will result in, at the numerator we have 2.99 divided by 25. Okay, so what do we have? When you press the calculator, what do we have? We have 0.1196 mole per dm³. Mole per dm³ of what? Sodium hydroxide. So we've been able to determine the concentration in mole per dm³ of sodium hydroxide in this reaction. Now, can we take the last question? We have to determine the mass concentration of sodium hydroxide. So in order to determine the mass concentration, we use the formula concentration in gram per dm³ equals concentration in mole per dm³ times what? Molar mass. Okay, so what is the molar mass of sodium hydroxide? So we can determine the molar mass of sodium hydroxide. We have the atomic mass of sodium is 23 times 1, plus the atomic mass of oxygen is 16. We have 16 times 1, plus the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So we have 1 times 1. So when we add this up, we have 40 gram per mole. So the molar mass of sodium hydroxide is 40 gram per mole. Can we determine the mass concentration now? We have the mass concentration of sodium hydroxide, concentration in gram per dm³ equals, what is the molar concentration of sodium hydroxide? We have the molar concentration of sodium hydroxide as 0.1196 right here times 40. So what do we have? 0.1196 times 40. So this results in 4.784. Approximately we have 4.78 gram per dm³ of what? Of sodium hydroxide. So this is the mass concentration of sodium hydroxide in this reaction. Make sense? Can you attempt this question? Calculate the concentration of hydrochloric acid if the titer value was 12.50 cm³ instead of 9.95 cm³. Pause the video and drop your answer in the comments. This is exactly the type of quantitative practical calculations that appears in A-level, IJMB and JUPEB chemistry examinations. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Organotope Chem Clinic for more A-level chemistry practicals, titration, qualitative analysis and examination solutions. See you in the next practical class.